Dylan in for Al once again with a look at where that storm is right now and where it's headed next.
Yeah, I want to point out, it's a good thing this storm is staying offshore. This is a strong Category 2, almost a Category 3. Again, the numbers don't matter at this point because what's going to happen is happening. Winds are at 105 miles per hour. It's moving now to the northeast, so it is going to pull away from the coastline. Now, the high tide this morning in Cape Hatteras is about 7:30 this morning, so that's why we are going to see the worst conditions this morning and then improvements right along the immediate coastline there as far as that overwash from those 10 to 20-foot waves. Here's the storm moving away as we go into the weekend. So while the storm is pulling away, the rip currents take a lot longer to ease. So even going into the weekend, you need to be wary in the water there. As for storm surge, that water that pushes on shore, still up to a 4-foot storm surge at the time of high tide. Up across parts of New Jersey, the high tide is later on this evening, closer to about 7 o'clock tonight. So that means we will see that 2-foot storm surge, that push of water on shore around that time. And that could lead to some moderate flooding. All the orange dots here, there are several. That's where we are looking for minor flooding. Red dots indicate moderate flooding, and then there are some areas where we could see some major flooding, especially across Virginia Beach area. So that's when you have your coastline areas, the homes and the businesses right along the coast. That's when the water does start to come in because we're looking at those waves up to around 12 to 16 feet for parts of New Jersey, 10 to 20-foot waves down along the Carolina coastline, and then 15 to 20-foot waves still possible across parts of New England, too. Once this storm system moves on, we're not done yet. This is the time of year when we get most of our Atlantic hurricanes, and we are going to see the development zone, especially this area to watch, 70% chance that this could become a tropical depression into the weekend. Could be a little closer to Bermuda, but it does look like it will still stay away from the east coast of the United States.
Lots happening out there. Okay. Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan. Dylan, for the rest of today's forecast, how are we looking?
Well, we do have this frontal system. This is the reason why Erin will be steered out to sea. So even where the clouds are, the rain is falling across the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Conditions will improve as that storm pulls away. We'll see increasing sunshine for the northeast, but that front is also the reason why we will see some scattered showers and storms today down along the Gulf Coast. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds. And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Just ahead, the Menendez brothers' new push for freedom.
From Dylan.
Well, it is a little cloudy to start off the day for the East Coast. Erin is still out over the Atlantic, and it is going to continue to pull away as we go through the day today. And we will see improving skies. As far as the rip currents are concerned, that's not going to improve until at least going into the weekend. But we will start to see this rain come to an end and the clouds start to pull away as well. Now, out west, we do have a lot of heat. And first, though, we do have, the wind gusts here. We're looking at wind gusts up to about 30 to 50 miles per hour, depending on where you are. Cape Hatteras, of course, right now, dealing with the majority of those wind gusts because that storm system is really close to shore, but it is going to pull away. So out west, again, we do have those temperatures expected to break records out in the southwest, up across the northern plains as well. So very hot and dry. Any thunderstorms that pop up could lead to some fire danger as well because of the lightning without the rain. And then down along the Gulf Coast, we have a chance of some heavier rain as well. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
All right, so this is where you take a break, take a breath. We tell folks that Carson's off doing The Voice, and this is where you pick up PSSP.
All right, I took my break. Let's move on, guys. We're going to start with a little music this morning.
All right, let's check back in now with Dylan for the latest on the storm's path. I know you always say, don't look at the number, look at the effects.
And at this point, you know, the storm is out over the water. It's doing exactly what we thought it would do, but it's so huge. It's about 600 miles wide. So even though the storm itself is out to sea, you can see the outer bands of clouds, the rain, the gusty winds up to about 50 miles per hour. Even in the northeast, we've got that onshore flow that's keeping it cloudy and kind of damp and just unsettled looking. But the storm will pull away, and as it does so, it takes the clouds with it. It takes those gusty winds along the coast with it. But in the meantime, before that happens, in Cape Hatteras, we're seeing those gusts up to about 50 miles per hour. Virginia Beach as well, Rehoboth Beach, up into Long Beach, we are looking at those wind gusts to be up to around 30 to 40 miles per hour. We're also going to see that storm surge. Again, the high tide in Cape Hatteras is right now. The high tide across parts of New Jersey isn't until about 7 o'clock tonight. So that's when you get these storm surges, 1 to 3 feet in the mid-Atlantic, 2 to 4 feet down near Cape Hatteras and the Outer Banks. We're also looking at those bashing waves, those 10 to 20-foot waves that just push the water on shore. So we do have that high risk of those rip currents up and down the East Coast. That's the threat that's going to stick around even when the sun returns, Craig.
All right, Dylan, we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Meanwhile,
To Dylan for another check of the weather.
Good morning again, guys. We do have a lot going on in the weather department, and we are going to see a lot of those clouds up and down the East Coast as Hurricane Erin continues to churn out in the Atlantic. That will continue to pull away. Conditions will improve over the next couple of days, but it takes a lot longer for the ocean itself to calm down a bit. Elsewhere, though, we are looking at a lot of sunshine back through Chicago. We're going to see beautiful sunshine, temperatures comfortable in the 70s, low 80s down into the Midwest. Very hot, though, across the western half of the country. We are looking for some record-breaking highs possible. Also very hot and dry out west, although we will see a couple of dry thunderstorms that could lead to some fire danger in the southwest. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. Don't forget, you can also find us on Today's Show Radio, Sirius XM Channel 108.
You ready? Best time of the morning?
Best
what do you
time.
say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're getting our
Transitioning into
money's
pop
worth out of
star.
you today.
I know. I love it. First up, The Pit. The docs are working on season 2.
to it.
So
I got to watch it.
Good.
All right. Next up, Iowa Debris and Don Cheadle, the Golden Globe winners, just announced that they will be making performances are scheduled to kick off in March of next year.
That's quite
give
the
him the
duo.
Tonys.
Yeah.
Give him the Tonys.
give it all
I'm ready. Next up, Archie, the iconic comic series, is headed to the big screen. I'm singing that for the rest of the day. That, of course, Everything is Awesome from 2014's Lego Movie. Well, now that producing wrapped up its 137-episode run in 2023. Next up, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. These two former classmates are reuniting for a new project. Friends who are brought back together by some sort of misunderstanding.
Like that.
I'll take
Like
it.
that
To see them
premise.
together,
Yeah.
right? Next up, Andy Samberg. Guys, the SNL alum is in full fan mode over this Netflix animated hit. Last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Andy broke down the pop culture phenomenon for guest host Tiffany Haddish.
Hard
Andy's
to
a
get our
lucky guy.
children to pay
You watch
attention. No, not yet.
Yeah, your kids are young. Yeah, it's a little lucky there. Just had the many fans of Love Island.